Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Kalam Pak, وَالْبَلَدُ الطَّيِّبُ يَخْرُجُ نَبَاتُهُ بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِ. Pure city, it takes out its crops by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pure city of our time, if you want to know which is the pure city of our time, Al-Ghazzatul Izzah. Al-Ghazzatul Izzah. Gaza, which is very sanctified. Gaza of today, it is very sanctified city. How? It is Madinatul Shuhada. It is the city of martyrs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just now, ayat was recited. وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ يُقْتَلُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتٍ. Those who are being killed into the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do not call them dead people. Bal ahya. They are alive. They are alive. And Gaza is not only Madinatul Shuhada. It is not only the city of martyrs. It is Madinatul Huffaz. It is Madinatul Huffaz. It is the city, whole city has thousands of Huffaz. Thousands of Huffazul Quran. Today, Quran is motivating them. Quran has prepared them. Quran inspires them. Quran nourishes them. Quran is nurturing them. We don't have enough time. From how many directions they are being tested. And they are successful in every test because they are being brought up onto the basis of Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they are not dead, they are alive. I will just share one incident. Many youngsters, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept one and all, and especially all youngsters, for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the mission of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us all for His deed. People of shahadat and people of martyrdom, they are alive. One incident took place now. Look at their concept and look at our concept. We are living in two different worlds. I don't know how many salats we are performing, how many chillas we are giving, how many umrahs we are performing, how highly I think about myself. When I look myself into the mirror of Al-Ghazza, then I fail. Wallahi, I fail. Look at their concept. One young girl, she is being brought up onto the basis of Quran and Sunnah and modesty and chastity and integrity. And she was traveling. One of the so-called civil servant, policemen, started troubling her, started disturbing her. But she did not compromise with her modesty and chastity. She was so firm, and that is happening from 100 years. We have opened only our eyes now. What type of zulm they are going through? Sometime you go to Palestine, you will witness yourself. And people of Palestine, they always beg you that we don't want your money. We don't want your financial help. You come here to prove that you care for Masjidul Aqsa. That's what they say. And if you go there, then you will see for yourself. Some of the incidents we witness, that you can see open zulam. But we are all blindfolded. We live in such a deceptive world that we gradually, consciously, subconsciously, half-consciously, we also started breeding what is zulm as justice. And we started breeding and inhaling what is justice as zulam. That is the setup we are living in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us imani courage. So this girl, she had imani courage. She had imani modesty. when the soldier started troubling her, she did not compromise with her modesty. This guy became angry, he was provoked, he shot her and killed her there and then. And that happens with them from 100 years. I don't know, when people of Palestine, Mazloom, they will be standing into the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they will say that these people who used to recite La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, relation of Iman and Islam is thicker than the relation of blood. But when we look ourselves into the mirror of Al-Ghazza, wallahi, I feel I am one of the biggest hypocrites. And that is our cases. So, she was killed. She became martyr. One young man, when he read the story of this young girl, he fell. He was so hurt. And he wrote this in his Twitter, that tomorrow on the day of judgment, how will we face Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That one of your sister was killed in this manner, what answer will we give? And then this young man, he was also chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So somehow he traced that who was that soldier. And with all these checkposts and all checking, etc., he carried some of the weapon and he attacked onto that soldier. So that soldier had his friend with him. That friend again shot dead this young man. He was also killed. He became martyred. When he became martyred, the girl's father, whose daughter was killed, became martyred. Father came to pay condolences to the father of the young boy. So when conversation took place, so father of that young boy understood that, he is the father of that young girl. Look at this conversation. I say many times that if I am owing some money for the payment of my house, then I will be very serious in my du'as. If my son is not married, my daughter is not married, if I have some personal, financial, job problems, we will be very serious. But when we have some imani qualities problems, then we will not be that serious. Look at the people of Gaza, how they perceive things. And then you will come to realize that we are biggest hypocrites existing onto the face of the earth. This boy's father, when he came to realize that he is the father of that girl, so he said, can you do me a favor? My son is also martyr and your daughter is also martyr. And according to Quran, they are alive. Can I ask hands of your daughter into the nikah of my son, who is also alive? If you accept, the answer father of that young girl gave, that I am happy that marriage will take place into the barzakh of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will be witness. And beautiful conversation took place about this young martyr, young boy and young girl. And they passed condolences to one another in this manner. This is the reality. We look at Gaza from many angles and we will come to conclude many such qualities that we all don't have those qualities. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. I wanted to share another nikah took place, but time will not permit. But I will make dua that, look at Gaza and look at their, look at their reaction, what is happening to them. What zulm they are going through. But the way they are behaving, Quran is the source of their behavior. Quran is the source of their perseverance. Quran is the source of their sabr. Quran is the source of their hilm. Quran is the source of their istiqamat and steadfastness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq that we also become the people of Quran. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate all martyrs of the Gaza to the highest rank of martyrdom. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them more steadfastness. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala free Masjidul Aqsa and free Palestine.